seeing everything that's going on right now is a real example of how people's minds can be easily hijacked, and anybody could turn into a damn Mr. Smith out here. For me, having some type of nursing background and working as a nurse, I may not be a RN, bachelor or associates, or none of these titles that everybody feels so powered to have. I could care less. I understand the importance of oxygen. And wearing a mask all goddamn day is not helping you at all. Especially, we're seeing a lot of people that are passing away from this thing, and we're not even taking into consideration any underlying issues that they have, either diagnosed or not. People have diabetes issues, hypertension issues, people have valvular issues, people have hormonal issues. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist, because that would be saying the flu doesn't exist. I'm just saying the way this thing is being like perpetuated and just like affecting society, for me, I'm just questioning it. I've just learned when it comes to like self-awareness and even just everything that's going on, to question everything. I'm not going to believe something that someone tells me just because they told me so. And to be honest, I don't know what's going on when labs are being taken. I have to have some type of like ability to use my own neurons. This is my body, so I can't let someone else derail me or guide me somewhere thinking that they could lead me to the best optimal place that I could ever do. And if I ever do that, then I can't really call myself a god. I can't even be a representation of God. I can't even, just like how the Bible says you're in the image of God, I can't even be an image of God. How can I be? How can I be? Can you imagine being God and you created everything and now you're letting everything dictate who you are? That doesn't even make sense. Like, if I'm going into, stores, they're not going to let you in. Some stores, some, they don't care. They're not going to let you in if you don't have a mask on. So I walk around with it. Some bus drivers did not let you on if you don't have one on. Some don't care. Like, I just carried it around just in case for places like that. But when I'm outside, especially if I'm walking alone, even if I'm in my car, I don't have a car, but I'm just giving an example. I'm not wearing that because I understand the importance of oxygen. And if you guys been stuck in the house this whole time from when the inception of this began, you're even worse off, because now not only do you not have enough oxygen for yourselves, I'm going to cross the street, you didn't even get any vitamin D. You didn't even get enough sunlight. And we're about to go into another winter. It just doesn't look good for a lot of people. Not only do you now not have enough oxygen, you didn't get enough sunlight, you didn't exercise. It's just not a really good combination. And now we're about to go into another type of like season where everyone gets sick. Yeah. I literally just went on a dollar van, and I was like, let me put on my mask because I know people in here is mad scary. And a girl that I sat on the chair, the girl that was sitting behind me, she raveled up all her things and then moved to the other side in a dollar van. And y'all, in my head, I'm like, we're in the same dollar van. So I really don't even know what you just did, number one. Number two, this is my own thinking. if you have a mask on, besides the fact you feel like someone doesn't care about your health, whatever that shit is, oh, care about others by wearing a mask, why are you acting like a little big baby because somebody else don't have a mask on? Why are you worried? Shouldn't the understanding be, well, I have it on, I'm protected? No, let me move away. If that's the case, you should have got off the dollar van. Just get off completely. Don't even try to move. You just move to the other side of the chair. That's scary. And here's the kicker. For me anyway, this is what I believe. You probably this is what I believe, so you probably won't agree. But most of the reason why, for me anyway, this is what I believe, a lot of people that are getting sick or even like really depreciating in their health is because of their perception of what they believe. So if you believe that there's something out here that's going to kill you and you think you could be protected with gloves and a mask, or you've been staying home because you don't want to catch this thing and you haven't been giving yourself the nutrients and the oxygen and the minerals and the sunlight and things that your body needs, 9 times out of 10, you're killing yourself based on your belief. Mind over matter, y'all. Law of mentalism. The mind comes first. Whatever you believe is what you will conceive. So if you think you're gonna die for something, that's what's gonna happen. Ever wonder why someone could get diagnosed with having cancer or some type of like tumor or something, and they probably had it for the past 5-10 years of their lives? And the minute someone tells them, you have this, and you need to do this or else you're going to die, they start to panicking. You ever notice they start to depreciate in health? Now all of a sudden they're getting more sick. Now they need to go get transfusions. Now they need to do this, they need to do that. Now they're taking pills. What's up? So now that they're doing all this other extra stuff, now they're getting even more sick. When just a couple of days, it was good just a few days ago. It was all good just a week ago. But the minute you get diagnosed with having something, now all of a sudden you feel more sick. This lighting is like everything right now. And it's just really sad. And then I've read books of people that have been sick. They've been diagnosed with some type of cancer or something like that. And they decide, you know what? I'm going to go and live my life. They go and do the thing they always wanted to do. They go and travel. They start to eat healthier. And all of a sudden, when they come back, they feel better than they've ever been in their entire life. They go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, oh, it seems like it's decreasing in size. I wonder why. Does it have anything to do with the law of mentalism? Does it have anything to do with the fact that their perception is changing? They have now shifted from I'm going to die to let me live my life. Let me be joyful. Let me experience my life. It's just me thinking. Please feel free to disagree or agree. I really don't care. But I just see this over and over and over again. And a lot of people will probably say a few things about this considering I'm in the health field, but I'm just going based on my experiences. So if anything, I would believe that this is more like a mental war. This is more like Mr. Smith running after Neo, and Neo getting out of the Matrix in time, or better yet, stopping the bullets and overcoming all types of like mental, what's the word I want to look for? Influences. That's a good word. Because without your own mind, the body will falter. Your body will fall. It has nowhere to follow. Your cells are listening to what you're saying to yourself. Your cells are listening to what you're saying to yourself, you guys. And I constantly have to work on a few things on myself, but at least I know that. Law of mentalism. And we already know in order to make a type of change, we need repetition. We need to repeat, affirm, whatever it is that you keep believing, what you believe in a positive way that affects and influences you in a positive way. If you're believing things that's affecting you in a negative way, that is what your reality is going to present to you. I've been reading this over and over again, so I spit it like it's nothing. And it's easier said than done because there's still some things that I'm constantly working on. I'm not perfect, but I'm working on it. And that's the journey for me. To keep working on it, to not fall behind, to not be overtaken by anyone or anything. That's my constant journey, to show and express my highest ability of expression of love, of healing, and to teach that. Mind over matter, you guys. If you guys didn't get any sun, I suggest you book a trip before we can't book any more trips. Go on your roof, go on your block. As soon as the sun is up, go outside. I also suggest to start doing more deep breath exercises, because if you're wearing a mask all day, you are deficient in oxygen, and your body needs oxygen. You are water and oxygen and hydrogen. You already know that, and if you don't know, let me tell you now. You are water, oxygen, and hydrogen. Okay? Amongst a whole bunch of other minerals and nutrients and stuff like that, but the most important things that you need every day is air, deep breaths, and water. So start to do that. Even if you gotta stick your head out the window, go outside. Stop being influenced in a negative way. You can't live in fear forever. Everyone's gonna die. It's like everyone is afraid of dying. There's so many fears: fear of failure, fear of being alone, fear of death. You're gonna die anyway. So I'm not saying, rush to your death. Obviously, you're doing that right now. If you're being afraid, if you haven't gone outside, if you're not doing deep breath exercises, if you're not moving your body, if you're living in fear, thinking you're going to die, thinking you're going to catch the Rona, you're living in fear. And all of these fears are accelerators to your death. That's the best way that I can put it. So, change your mindset. Stop fearing the things that you have no control over and start to live your life. Start to imagine and manifest positivity into your life, things that you do want to experience. Death will surely knock at your door. And we don't ever really die. We only transform into a different type of form, into a different type of energy, into a different type of light. And some of y'all might just even come back here to experience whatever you didn't learn. So with that being said, you guys, the mind is a powerful thing. You want to have complete control of it because it's residing in this vessel, in your vessel, not someone else's vessel. And someone else shouldn't have such power over you. They will lead you astray. Even if you lead yourself astray, at least you led yourself. Not you put your hopes and, beliefs into someone else or something else. That's going to be completely up to you. All the choices that you make will be completely up to you. All the results that you get will be entirely because of the choices that you made. That is completely up to you. Now you can get other people's opinions, but eventually you're going to have to make the choice. So you decide.